You're watching National Streaming Sports. Over 20 podcasts, 70 shows, and a 3.5-star rating on Roku TV.
Hello. We got, hey, Velvet's in here. I got a show. It's officially a show because I got Gabe over there on Instagram. I got Velvet here, Jimmy Farrell. When it's an official show, I say it official. I say it tongue in cheek because it's an official show. But, pardon me, official show would be where Matt Marinovich is in the comments and Jimmy Furpo screaming Raiders. Chris Lentz, Jamie's down there. I'm going to the game tomorrow. So I'll probably see Jamie tomorrow night. In fact, I'll actually have to, hey, G-Dog, I'll have to give him a call. Maybe we can meet up before I go down there. Because I know he'll be there. Maybe I can be in one of his videos. That would be cool. But I don't know if he'd want to give me, stuff. He's got his business type shit. Man, I didn't realize I was all messy back there. Yeah, I'm busy. I got shit to do. I did have a bracket up. I just put it up for the fact that there was for a cover page. And I have my Gators in there. I see they are the 1 seed. I didn't even watch the game today. So it was like done by the time I knew that they were playing. So I know that the Gators won, though. March Madness is correct. St. John's winning the Big East. Coach Patino and my son went to the same high school, St. Dominic's. I'm pretty sure it's St. Dominic's. There ain't no fucking high school called St. Dom's. I'm sure it's St. Dominic's. And again, if you're over there on Instagram, thank you for being here. He was at the Savannah Banana game yesterday. Well, then fuck, he's been down here for a fucking day and he hasn't called me yet? Shit. If I wasn't over here on Instagram going live, I would fucking call him. Chris, text him. Say, what the fuck? Captain Jack is wondering why the fuck you didn't call. Seriously. Oh my God. Jamie Pye is here and hasn't even, and he's been here since yesterday. That's upsetting. I'm feeling okay, Velvet. At least, you know, the portion of the body that gets you to, you know, get all aggravated and do shit. I just can't walk. That hurts. In fact, I was looking up, you know, stuff to help with neuropathy and what medicines and what you know, stuff you buy. I'm just afraid of buying that shit and it not working. And that's more money. And I was looking, I'm already buying some of those things. There we go. See, Matt, I was talking about you. Matt Marinovich is here, definitely official. Furpo is a double official show. Matt's here. Good to see you, Matt. But I'm so fucking stuffed up. Time out, folks. Sorry. I'm gonna mute my microphone for a second. Guys over there on Instagram, you're not gonna be muted, but you guys are. 1 second. Trust me. Trust me, you guys were spared an elephant call. Over there on Instagram, you know, if you heard the elephant call, you know. Like to see the women's Notre Dame team win the NCAA. Well, Jimmy Farrell, if that happens, we might, and I say we, Pink Fan for Sonia is going to be down here in Tampa for the finals over here. And if she gets tickets, first off, if South Carolina is in the finals down here, we'll definitely go to the game, provided that it's not super duper expensive. I know that's a big provided that, but if it's not super duper expensive, we'll do that. Happy St. Patrick's Day Eve. Thank you there, Matt. As you guys may or may not have seen last night, I was on for 5 hours last night. It didn't count as far as my StreamYard stuff because it wasn't in my studio. Clayton, good to see you, brother. And thank you, sir. Smash the like button. I like that. Thank you there, Clayton. I like you. I like Clayton. I'm going to smash your like button. G-Dog's over there. Hope you saw you down in Baltimore back in September at the Green Turtle. Yeah, have to run into your game. Yeah, G-Dog, I am planning. I'm sorry. I know I am planning to be in DC. I am planning to be in Philly. I am planning to be in New England. So there's my 3 Northeast hits this year. But you plan, but you got to see where the schedule is. Was there for a bit, very entertaining. Thanks, Matt. And one thing I liked about it, although I got a rash of shit when I went to bed last night, because you were on for 5 hours, like, yeah. But it was first, like I said, it wasn't my StreamYard that was being used, so it didn't count on my hours, and it went right to my Facebook and went right to the YouTube here, which was cool. So hopefully you guys, it was very, and I'm not just saying this because it's me. I thought it was really a cool, different show. There you go. Now we are super official. Furpo has come in and said, Raiders, because Marinovich was here, Furpo's here. we're definitely an official show. And then Gord, thank you for being here as well. Remember, like, share if you like what you see. Like I said, G-Dog, I'm gonna try to be again. I don't know what the schedule hits, but I plan to be there. Hey, I was just talking about you there, Jeff. And here we go. Thank you for saying what I've been saying, which it was the impetus of the channel. And I'm going to give information out that are playing ground for the DC game and the New England game. So we'll see you at a Raider pre-party. Yes, there you go. I'm like I said, I'm supposed to be there. But we'll see what the schedule says. Velvet says planning to go to Houston, maybe the Patriots. Yeah. Oh, you heard. Okay, you heard me. Because here's the thing, and Furpo even said, or not Furpo, but Matt said it, and it's on the cover sheet. It shows a portion of the bracket where my Gators are. He said he'll see you there. I told him you wanted him to call you, and you be at the game. Good. So I'll see Philly Sports Guy tomorrow. Good. I can't wait. Philly Sports Guy and me, and I'll be wearing my Flyer shit. Hey, Jason Dean, good to see you, brother. And here's the other thing that we were talking about. And Jason Dean, I said blessings to you, sir. I can't wait to have a draft show with Jason Dean Hunter and Angelo, and I'll be going like this. Jeff, good to see you. Jason, I need to get with you. Jimmy Farrell, as I stated, for those that are getting into the black hole, and this is the year to do it, actually it's been 30 years that the black hole's been running strong, but definitely get it this year. Black hole's going to be doing so many different things. There will be a black hole app, I swear. It's in beta, as they say. And I can't look at it in beta because I'm not an Apple guy, and it's going out beta in Apple first. So Eddie Winchell, if Eddie Winchell gets, his membership, he can be, and obviously Jimmy Farrell, Eddie Winchell, who are Apple guys, get your black hole memberships. You'll be the first to see it once it goes live. Get the 8-win pick in Vegas next year because I think, wow, Eddie Winchell. Oh my God! By the way, Eddie, I didn't realize it was you. I was taking a nap. I was tired. One of the reasons why I was tired was because I was on for 5 hours last night. Didn't get off until like 2:00 in the morning. Didn't get off the show. Let me rephrase that. Didn't get off the show until 2:00 in the morning. And then I had to wake up early. I had planned on, weed, feed, and seed my yard. But I looked at directions and said, hey, do this 1 to 2 days after you mow your lawn, and B, a day after your lawn is thoroughly watered. Well, we had some rain today. It kind of pushed out on us. There was some tornadoes in the area, but there was no real rain, and we need to get my lawn mowed. So yeah, G-Dog, I can't wait to see you as well. It'll be great. Preston, wow, Preston Huntsman. I haven't seen you in forever either. Come on over to YouTube. And I will talk, Ed. Matt's saying, I'd like to see 10 wins or more, 2 more free agent pickups. And again, I give due credit where credit is due. God, stuffed up and coughing. Maybe I got a cold. And I was listening to Jeff and Chris and they were doing the explanations. Who was the gentleman on today with you? Because it wasn't Papa. It was another guy that I know, and I don't know all the names. But they were talking, and very informatively talking, like one of the reasons why, and I'm putting words in their mouths. One of the reasons why the panel thought that the Raiders hadn't made more moves yet was because they're waiting to see what the language was for Geno Smith's. Okay, Raider Jason, thank you. Raider Nation Jason. Thank you, brother. And I've seen him before. I've spoken to him before. He's on with Angelo a bit. I don't know why nobody wants to come in with me. I mean, other than OG Daniel. He was like one of my. And Jeff, you're in here a lot. I'm just saying, like you guys have a pack and it's going. I don't mind people popping in there. I'm not egotistical. And that's why, but I like to have different people, and it's like a surprise. Who's in? What's all this stuff with Geno and say? Yeah, and I don't know either. You can say that it's this stuff that's going on, and I said, and this is I'm on the hook for this. If the Raiders are at 6, which they are, and they shall stay at 6, and if Sanders is available to be gotten, and Genty is available to be gotten, I say trade the fucking pick. Marcus, thank you for being in here. Marcus, I guess, caught me last night and hit the show up. Thank you for being a new member. I'm about 2 members short of 2,300. I'm at like 2,298. And Jason does pop in. You do pop in when you can. I know it says poo. And I wasn't, I'm sorry. It's the English in me, right? When you see something, the grammar police. And yeah, that's Matt Marinovich says, this is what people say. Sanders falls to 6. I can see Sanders falling to 6. Seriously. I don't think he's top 5. I don't think he's top 5. But if he does fall to 6, I say somebody else can have him. But if he's there at 6, all these people are talking. Sorry, God, I am stuffed up. Jason, if we draft Shador, I don't mind that at all. Teams will give a lot for that. See, that's what I'm saying. Teams will give a lot for the 6th pick. That's what I'm saying. If Sanders is there at 6, if he's there at 6, if Genty's there at 6, let's have a war. Let's have a war fight, a hostage negotiation, mind you. Because I think that there are better quarterbacks that can be had. I really do. I think there are better quarterbacks that can be had in this draft. Because I know Cam Ward's going to be gone. But, you think about Jackson Dart. You think about the kid from Louisville. 2 right off the top of my head. Then you got Jalen Milroe, who, there's the thing. I think Jalen Milroe, who I've been told, and maybe Jason Dean would tell me I'm correct. he's more of a college guy, right? Jalen Milroe is bigger, has a better arm, and he's got better attitude. Big three things. We'd have to see what his football IQ is, as they say. But I mean, he was the starting quarterback for Alabama, so that's saying something. But if you get Jalen Milroe later on, you get Jackson Dart later on, you get the kid from Louisville later on, and you pick up picks for number 6, then you got whoever you get with that first round swap, who's going to be a good player, I'm thinking. I just that's me. There's so many good running backs in this draft. There's so many good wide receivers in this draft. There's decent quarterbacks, and I hate saying this, but there's decent quarterbacks. There is not a quarterback class this year like the great class of '83, where you had Elway and Jim Kelly, and who else was in that fucking class? But Marino, right? Elway, Kelly, and Marino. There is not that class. There never will be that class. There's always 2 that people talk about, right? There's always 2. It was like Peyton and Fuckstick that went to the Chargers, Ryan Leaf. There's always 2. So I would say that's me. High enough pick and see next season again. I agree, Jason. Hopefully we'll be drafting mids. I hope our team will be, and I think our team will be better. Jason, I know you are a club guy. I know you're in several different clubs. Hopefully you get your black hole stuff done too. Be at least 5. Thank you. There you go. At least 5. At least 5, and they're all better than whoever the number 2 quarterback is. Because I think Cam Ward is legit. I could be wrong. He could be a real bad bust. But I think he's legit. But whoever the number 2 is, and that's where people get this Shedeur Sanders. No, it's Jackson Dart. No, it's going to be Jalen Milroe. We don't know yet. There's all the prognostication. And this is what Jeff is saying as well. Draft Dart with the 20s pick, because then if you're drafted in the 20s there, that would be a double trade down. That would be like a 6 to 12. That's what I'm saying, because I've seen that 6 to 12. And then from 12 to in the 20s, I don't know. I would say don't go beyond that. Jason Dean, we need to talk, brother. We need to talk. Ask Jason about Brady Cook. That's another name. Is that the kid from Missouri? Oh, I know you got a club. I know you got a club, but that's what I'll say about it. You could be in this club and that club, but you can still be a member of the black hole. Hey, Habib. Habib is over there on Instagram. Good to see you. Money Loyalty Music. Come on over to YouTube. Black Hole is an organization. Black Hole is an organization, and there are members of, like I said, Jeff LaFontaine is in the New England Raider Booster Club, and hopefully he will be a Black Hole member. I'm not putting pressure on. I'm sorry if it sounds like it. And obviously, this is you, right? And if Milroe needs to have that mid-range improved, then sitting behind Geno Smith, that could do it. Not a big fan of Dart. That offense isn't a pro style. Well, I got you, Jason. But I mean, don't you think that Don't you think that the physical characteristics of Jackson Dart could be improved in a Chip Kelly offense? I think so. I think so. So there it is as well. So I'm going to bring it up, and again, more informative draft talk. Be Jason Dean, be Angelo. Jeff, you're game for that. Jeff. Well, okay. I'm not. Okay. My plan was Angelo and Jason Dean. Those are my draft show guys. And hopefully they can get together. But I'm sure that they will allow other people to come into the show, and I'll be doing more of this. You're like, that's interesting. That's interesting. Brady Cook in the third, fourth round. I got it. Or draft Will Howard a third to let him sit for, well, and Matt already says he already knows the offense. He's got to improve, though. He did well, Will Howard, the Ohio State quarterback. He did well in college against college defenses, but and again, I just read certain things, but he really shitted up his combine. And I didn't watch a lick of it. I did not watch a lick of the combine. I get reports. Yeah, and so wasn't Paxton Lynch a physical guy? Yeah, Paxton Lynch sucked. Well, I don't understand the point. And yeah, Paxton Lynch was I know he was first round by the Broncos. That's what I liked. Hey, Clayton, if you're still here, tell me about Paxton Lynch. What a fucking mistake that was. If you guys can hear that I'm stuffed up, I apologize. Anyway, I had a ball. 5-hour show with Jeff and a lot of people. And I've been talking again. I'm going to blow my nose again. Putting it on here. Come into the show. If you're over there on Instagram, you're going to hear a big snoot again. If you're over here on YouTube, I'm going to mute the mic. Because I'm stuffed. So 1 second. Let me get another roll of tissue, aka what is it? Paper towels. Yeah, I got. Yeah, I blame fucking New England, man. Yeah, I didn't sound like this last night. I didn't. I did not sound like this. I sounded good. So I'm going to mute my mic. I'm going to do another tissue nose blow. Get over there on Instagram. Sorry, you're gonna hear it, but I'm muting the mic here. I unmuted. Hey, I'm gonna do. Here's my impersonation of like Harry Carey. Hey, look at the sombrero on that kid. We're not going to see a sombrero, but we are going to see the best smile of Raider Nation. Hey, look at the smile on that kid. How you doing there, Jason Dean? What's going on, brother?
I'm good, Cap. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I didn't hear you for a second. I thought, oh shit, did I put you into my headphones? No, you're on the right thing. It's always good to see you, dude. Like I said, best smile. And Jason, I know you do this like almost daily, but give me your daily dose of good shit if you can. I need it right now. A daily
right.
Jason for me.
For those of you that follow me on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, I do motivational posts every single day. What I say is I tell everybody, good morning, happy Sunday. Hope you all had a good weekend and a positive one at that. I just want to say, have a great day today. Have a positive day today. And remember, you are amazing. Don't let anybody ever tell you different. Don't let anybody dull your shine or steal your joy, no matter how hard they try. And always remember, keep smiling because it looks good on you. Stay blessed and go Raiders. That's it.
And go Notre Dame as well. I threw it in there for you.
And also, because we're on March Madness, go Duke, baby. Let's go Blue Devils.
I was going to ask. I said that's not a Notre Dame Irish thing. I said that did look, and I was going to mention it. I was going to say that looks like a Duker.
Yes, it is.
So
I am a big.
I didn't look. Yeah, I didn't look at the brackets yet. The only thing I saw, and I asked Alexa. Oh shit, she's gonna. Never mind, Alexa. I got one in here too. I asked Alexa who won the Gator game today.
Oh yeah,
because I
Florida's
missed it.
Tough. Florida is a tough team. They got size. They got a lot of talent. They're going to be a tough out. I have Duke in the national championship, of course. I have them winning in two of my brackets. Another one of my brackets, I have Florida. Another one of my brackets, also, I have St. John's winning it. The Johnnies look really good with Pitino as their head coach. But Florida looks super tough. They look tough. They have the size. Yeah, it'll be good. I mean, as long as Cooper Flagg comes through, they'll be all right. I think he's going to be out for the first round of the tournament because of that sprained ankle. But we should be able to get through the first two rounds with ease.
I'll take a look. So I normally don't do a bracket.
Yeah, I do them every year.
But I'm like, I don't got. Now, how close? What was your best bracket ever?
A few years. Oh, I don't know. It's when Duke played Wisconsin. I ended up winning it, and I won $5,000 on the bracket.
No shit. Good for you.
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Good for you.
Yeah, everybody trade Mayer. Trade his ass. Why does everybody want to trade Mayer so bad? The kid had a personal problem. I know what was wrong with him. And, if the kid gets a shot, he will be good, Bowers, like Jack Henna said, Bowers moves all over. Mayer could be that inline tight end. But I love Michael Mayer. Of course, I am a little Notre Dame biased. I think the kid's got a very, very good shot at being a good pro. But I don't think we should trade him unless we get at least a second rounder. That's my opinion. That's my opinion about it. So.
No, I agree. And people poo-poo, but and I think that they're mean. What's the word? Is they're big bully because he had personal issues. I'm not saying what those issues are. I don't know.
Yeah.
And those that might know or know things that they know people know. I get that.
He went through it at Notre Dame for a little bit that I remember. And the kid has I get it. They bring another tight end. It gets in your head. They're going to get rid of me. He loves the Raiders. He loves the organization. He's a big Raider fan. And he just got to work. That's all. Know your worth. Know what you are worth. Bowers is a generational guy. He's a generational tight end, and I love that we have him. I was hoping we drafted him when he was there anyways. Everybody else was poo-pooing it. Why don't we finally draft the best player available, and everybody bitched about it. And when we don't draft the best player available, everybody bitches about it. Raider Nation is never satisfied, never happy with anything. They want the best names, the best players out there, spend all the money on these guys. Guess what, everybody? They're not coming to Vegas. They're not. So stop. Like, I argue with people about it all the time. Be happy what we got. We got some bangers. I like the Roberts kid from Pittsburgh. He's basically a Robert Spillane. He's a great run stopper. His covering is not good. Robert Spillane was in the right place at the right time most of the time when he had those picks. He's not a massive loss. Maybe to the fans he is, but he's not a massive loss. We can easily get another linebacker that can take over him. Jahad Campbell from Alabama. I like Jack Kaiser from Notre Dame in the later rounds. He reminds me a lot of Drew Tranquill, who played for the Queefs, and the kid's kind of like that in that mold. Can cover, can play the run, can blitz. I'm happy with what we did. You know what? We weren't going to pay Spillane all that money. Good for him for getting the bag. I'm happy he did. And we definitely weren't paying $51 million for Trayvon Merrick. Come on. Give me a break. He was Jeremy Chin. No. You can see what we're doing. Big corners, big safeties. That's Pete Carroll's thing. That's what he's going to do. And I wouldn't be surprised if we go and draft a corner from Iowa State, Darian Porter, who's actually a big corner with speed.
There you go. And by the way, and I got, well, not that I got into it with Avakazi, but he was like, he was really down on Amari Burney. And I'm like, whoa, Amari Burney fucking knows how to cover. And he wasn't given the opportunity last year. But when he was playing, he fucking did something the Raiders haven't done in years, which is cover a fucking tight end. He did it well. Yeah.
And how, like, Jeff, what do you mean washed up, useless? Are you talking about Mayer? How was he washed up? He's only been in the league for a couple of years. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. I mean, people like who they like. I get it. It is what it is. You know, I don't like. I have not love for everybody. You know, but that's just what I believe. You know, it's just what I believe. I'm not the brightest bulb in the box, but neither is everybody else. If we were, we'd be in Vegas or we'd be at a team running the teams.
That's right. There's the. Yeah, well, here's the other thing. I will say this, buddy, and I'm going to blow some smoke up your ass, and a good thing, because you do it positively for everybody else. You are not a dim bulb. You're not a dim bulb, okay? So don't poo-poo that, because you know a lot of shit. That's why I rely on you and I rely on Angelo to do draft shows, because I don't get into the nitnoid shit of, all the people. It's not what I do, okay?
Yeah.
That's why I rely on people that know how that. So don't poo-poo your dim bulb stuff. No. Nay. I'm going to do like, was it John Pinette? Oh, nay.
Jeff. Sorry, Cap. I get it, Jeff. No, baby. Come on now. Yes. You hating on my Notre Dame guys, Jeff. I know how you people are. But Cap, as what you were saying, like I don't know everything.
Yeah, and again, so he's
like I don't know everything. I know a little bit. I watch a lot of college basketball, which I assume everybody else does as well. Or college football. I'm sorry, but I know some. I watch a lot of the different teams. I don't just watch my Irish, but like I got some and I saw who my sleeper would be in the NCAA tournament. I saw that earlier. I think the first round is probably going to be chalk. I possibly think Arizona is going to lose in the first round. So that would be. I think it's a 4 against a 13. I think that 13 seed will be. I don't think Arizona's that good. I don't think they made the tournament, but I still don't think they're that good. They're a 4 seed. But I'm Duke all the way. That's just me because that's just my homer bias. That's all. But getting back to the draft, I mean, Jeff, I love the trade down, the couple trade downs. I mean, I do know a lot in the building want Ashton Genty, but me personally, I think there's other linebackers there. I like Quishon Jenkins. That's the guy I would like us to take, maybe in the second round, possibly because we're going to run the zone scheme. The outside zone, and Jenkins knows how to run that as a running back. Possibly Caleb Johnson from whatchamacallit, from Iowa. Sorry. I mean, I love Scadabo's attitude. I'm the best running back in the country. I like that about him, but I don't know if he'll fit. He may. Like, I know I hear he's a Raider. He's a Raider. We don't know that he's a Raider. We thought a lot of guys were Raiders and they didn't fit. You know what I mean? I know that's just us as being fans. We don't want him to go to another team, and if they possibly they can burn us, but that happens. It's just the luck of the draw in the draft. You pull who you get, and yeah, see, Jeff, a big no to Scadabo. I get that, but we get who we get, and it's up to our coaching staff to coach them up, and where they have the weaknesses, make their weaknesses into strengths, and we'll see what we get come April. Jimmy Farrell, I do like Brady Cook. He is interesting. I mean, Missouri wasn't a terrible team. They played in the SEC, of course. They did have a couple slights, but yeah, I think Brady Cook's not too bad. He's an interesting guy, like third or fourth round, I would say, and. But I don't see, I mean, like I said, if Shador's there, most likely we're going to draft him, which I don't mind that. I do like Shador. Nobody likes his attitude because, listen, if Deion Sanders was on our team, we would absolutely have loved him in the 90s. We would have loved Deion Sanders. He was the best cornerback in NFL. He never made tackles, but the guy won player of the year, defensive player of the year by not making tackles. He had 6 picks for 300 and some yards that year, 3 touchdowns, and I think he had 30 total tackles. So, it is what it is. He's grown up around football. He's been training with Brady, like basically since he was in high school. And does he have an attitude? Don't you want your quarterbacks to have a little bit of swagger, something like that? He's a good teammate from what I hear from people out that right for Colorado, the University of Colorado, and that he's loved by his teammates, and that's why he's not going to the draft. He's staying home and he's celebrating with his team. And how do you know Sanders is a bust, Jimmy Farrell? How do we know that? We don't. Salute, Jack Hanna. Go Irish. But we don't know that he's a bust. Cam Ward could be a bust. Abdul Carter could be a bust. Ashton Genty can be a bust. It's possible. Mason Graham. I like Mason Graham. I do. And the thing with Genty, here's how I feel about Genty. I'm probably going to get a lot of flack about this one. What I feel about Genty is there was a running back that played at Texas, Captain. Most of these guys probably do too. His name was Cedric Benson. Cedric Benson got the bulk of carries all the time those years at Texas. He was a good running back. 30 some carries a game, and he got burned out in the NFL. He got burned out because he carried the ball too much. That's the only reason why I think about Genty, because so many carries, 300 and some carries his senior year. That's a lot for a running back at his size. I know he's kind of been stocky, but still, that's a lot. You take a beating like that. But it is what it is, everybody's going to disagree. Nobody's going to be happy with the draft. There's never going to be a perfect draft where all our fans are. Yeah, I do. All our fans are happy about that. And yeah, and I do. Everybody's saying Genty is LT. He's LT. He's LT. Well, until he plays for 15 some years, then we can talk that. We can talk that. You can't.
And by the way,
yes. Go ahead.
I would say there's only one LT, and his name was Lawrence Taylor. So all this LT shit, I never called Tomlinson LT. It was Tomlinson, and Tomlinson was a Raider beater. This is me. There's only one LT, and his name was Lawrence Taylor. There was a fantastic Hall of Fame running back that played for the Chargers by the name of Tomlinson that was a Raider beater. And that's where I draw the line. And if you say that Genty is a good, nice sass on there. I'm watching a commercial of a chick playing pool. It was squirrel. It's like squirrel, beautiful fucking ass.
Yeah,
and a girl
I see that ADHD. Okay,
sorry, I
okay. Sanders has happy feet from Jimmy Farrell. You know who else had happy feet? Peyton Manning. I'm not comparing them, but he did too. Sanders goes through his progressions. He's an accurate quarterback, and he'll sit in the pocket and he'll throw that ball and take a hit. Sanders isn't a runner. He's a scrambler. He can get you 8-9 yards if it's a 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. You know, I'm not saying that he's the pick that I want, but I wouldn't. There's like 6 guys I would love to take right there. You know, I got nothing against it, nothing at all. But a lot of people are going to hate on Sanders. And what if we get him and he turns into a superstar? I'm keeping receipts. But we may get him and he turns into a bust like Jamarcus Russell. And I don't want to hear anybody say, I knew Jamarcus Russell was good. Nobody knew that. Nobody knew what he was going to be. Nobody had any idea. We knew the kid could throw the ball on his one knee for 80 yards, and he had a strong arm. I wanted Brady Quinn, of course, because my Notre Dame bias. And me personally, I argue this all the time. I think
wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm still waiting on fucking Helmet Head to remember these people that said if Trump gets elected, I'm going to Canada, or I'm waiting on them. And what did he say that if Brady Quinn is not a Hall of Famer, I will eat my hat type shit. I'm still waiting on that shit. Yeah, and I'm waiting. I said Brady Quinn played for the wrong team.
100% correct. 100% correct. 100% correct. 100% correct. He went to the worst organization you can go to, and it just killed his confidence. And Brady Quinn had the size too. He was a physical kid. Yeah, I mean, I still to this day, that's my favorite Notre Dame quarterback. Even though Riley Leonard took us to the chip, he's still my favorite. So, but
honestly, is there any member other than Rick Meyer decent Notre Dame quarterbacks? Maybe you would like me because you are a Notre Dame guy. I don't remember a decent Notre Dame quarterback other than Rick Meyer. And yeah, I know that I think Joe Montana went to Notre Dame. Did he go to Notre Dame?
Yes, he did.
Okay. But I always think when I think of Joe Montana, I think of Pitt because he's from Monongahela. So
yeah, he never went to Pitt.
He went to
Notre Dame. Theismann went to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Terry Hannaran, he was a Notre Dame quarterback. So, yes.
Oh, Terry Hanratty, yeah, the guy from
Terry Hanratty. I'm sorry, Terry Hanratty.
Steelers. That's right. Yeah, Terry Hanratty. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was just like,
okay. And people
Tony
say
Rice,
Joe Montana.
Tony Rice won us a national championship. Tony Rice, when they used to run the option a lot, and Tony Rice, he won us a chip. Our last one, 1988.
Now, do you think that Riley Leonard will actually?
I mean,
last question. I'm going to let you go off.
Okay.
Leonard, what your thoughts on?
I like Riley a lot. He's a good kid. I mean, he can throw the ball. I don't care what anybody. Rocket Ishmael, cool Kev. That's my favorite Notre Dame player of all time. I wear number 86 on my Demon King gear because of Rocket Ishmael. That's the number he wore for the Raiders. And let's get back to Riley Leonard. I like Riley Leonard a lot. I mean, he can throw the ball. We just didn't have to as much. You know what I mean? We didn't have to. We had 2 great running backs back there. Our receivers are okay. They were all right. They weren't terrible, but they were okay. And we just ran the ball. And Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price were very good running backs. And Riley was a good running quarterback. Now, do I think he'd be like a 6th rounder in the NFL? He needs to work on some things. He needs to work on a little bit more accuracy, and he needs to work on staying in the pocket longer. Don't just watch your one progression and run. Designed run plays would be for Riley Leonard. Got to put on a little bit more weight, I think, personally, to take the beating in the NFL, But, he's not a bad quarterback. He's not. He's not at all.
Okay. Well, see, and this is perceptive bias but constructive criticism because you can differentiate between, yes, you're a homer, but you give the analysis of what you think is real. And that's what real people do. Take the biasness out of it, okay? And I got a little heated, like I said, I was talking about Amari Burney. Yeah, I'm a Gator, and I was he was. They were saying that Amari Burney sucked. I'm like, no, he does not.
He doesn't suck.
That's a little bit of bias. When somebody says
he needs to get his chance, that's all. How can he suck, Cap? This is what aggravates me about everybody that says this. That says these players in the NFL, the greatest league in the world, that they suck. They don't suck. They're NFL players. Are they not as good as other guys? Yeah. But it doesn't mean they suck. All these people in the chat, none of us are playing in the NFL. I'm not playing in the NFL. None of us could make the NFL. Stop. They don't suck. They're NFL players. They're on our team. Amari Gator deserves a shot. And Bernie deserves a shot. I hope they get their shot so they can show what they can do. And I'm very happy about that, you know? I mean, Masterson, he could cover better. He's a good special teamer. I mean, the Roberts kid is a thumper. We need a linebacker that can cover. Jahad Campbell would be a good one to get. I mean, we'd have to use a second-round pick probably because he's not going to be there. I think he might go late first round because he's a sideline-to-sideline linebacker. Remember when we drafted Rolando McClain? You remember, Cap, and we thought he was the next comer. Yeah. This Jahad Campbell is 10 times better than him. I can say that. He's better than Rodney McClain. The kid can cover. He can play the run. And he's got a head on his shoulders. He's not an egomaniac, even though he came out of Alabama, because people say most kids, well, the ones that we've drafted that I know of other than him, you know, the kids from Alabama, they're not like that no more. I mean, it's just not. It's a different breed now, you know. But I do like Campbell. I like Jamin Dumas-Johnson from Kentucky, the linebacker from Kentucky. And, of course, I like Kaiser, Notre Dame guy, you know. I like the whole Ohio State linebacker. I can't – if somebody can give me his name. I know we got one. There's one coming out. And there's a couple more. The names really I just don't hit it right now. But, yeah, like Dumas Johnson, we could probably get in the later rounds, which that'd be cool. I'll be all right with that. But Jahad Campbell's the number one guy. There's a kid from Iowa, Jay Higgins. He'd probably be like a fifth, fifth rounder. He's a decent linebacker, you know? But okay, well, that kind of leads me to the next question is what are you think prioritize for the Raiders this year? What do we need to prioritize? Is it offense over defense? Because I think we actually need to prioritize in the top picks, offense over defense, and then in the later rounds, defense to fill out the roster. If we didn't re-sign Adam, I would say defensive tackle to go with Christian Wilkins. If we didn't re-sign Adam Butler, I would say Mason Graham if he's there. If not, we would trade down and grab someone else. But I think we need to prioritize an offensive lineman. Like I said, if Shador's there, we're probably going to get him because Tom Brady loves him. And I know not everybody's happy about that, but guess what? Brady got interviews and got guys to come and talk to us because of him, not because of the team. Matt Stafford would have never even thought about us unless, you know, Tom Brady. And I don't care about the Ben Johnson thing. Big deal. I ain't worried about that. He's building a weapon out there in Chicago. Good for him. We'll see how it works out. And I think we need to prioritize offense. Yes. So I'm going to go, Cap. You have a great night. Have a great week, everybody. And like I said, remember, you're awesome. Don't let anybody dull your shine or steal your joy, Raider Nation. I will talk to you guys soon. Demon King out.
There you go. Thank you there, brother. I love when you're on. I love when you're on there, buddy. You take care of yourself. And hopefully, like I said, because they're just often like bam, 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 all these names. That's why I hope that Jason Dean and Angelo can get together on a time. Because they will tell you more informative stuff than a lot of these other people will. I'm telling you, yes, I'm fucking biased because I know they know. I know they know. And you will know if they get a chance to come in. And like I said, I know Angelo's going to come in. I know he's going to come in. That's going to be a long-ass show. But it's going to be informative. But you get Angelo with Jason Dean, it'll be a long-ass informative show between the two of them. And I hope that they get a chance. And Jason, if you're still watching, if Angelo's still watching, or if he doesn't watch on the replay, please, please, please get together. I don't understand on a quarterback now. I don't get it. Well, and here's the thing. If you go by the tea leaves or the things that are right in front of you, if Sanders is there at 6, he's going to be taken. That's pretty much it. If Sanders is going to be taken, it's going to be if the Raiders have him available at 6. I just well, this is me, it's me personally. I want our first round pick to be plug and play, like right into the lineup. But with a quarterback, as a rookie quarterback, you can't do that. Yeah, Hot Neil, talking about OG Jack Daniel. Jack Hanna came in with the news that OG had an eye surgery on one of his eyes. So that went well. And he's going to get the other surgery. I need to maybe, and Jack, if you talk to OG, because I know you do. Like I talk with Ed, like usually every other day, if not every day. And I know you talk with OG. I'm going to make that trek. I'm going to go up the East Coast. I'm going to go up probably from 75, then go to 85 to go to 95. But I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up the East Coast, start kind of middle, go up through the ATL. And I hope to see OG on that trip. I'm going to, maybe see Rue J, Mr. Godley, Destruction, get together with him. Rue J says that she's only available on weekends. So maybe I'll plan it where I swing by and hit her on a weekend, because that'll be great. Maybe disagree. You don't bring in Geno and expect that. Well, expect what? To have Shador there waiting under the wings? I want our first round pick. I want our first round pick to be Mason Graham. And if Mason Graham isn't there, I want him to be the best offensive lineman there is. I know Membo is the name. There's another one that is getting a lot of, like I said, I don't do all of this guy. But honestly, I want the best defensive tackle, which is Mason Graham. Or the best offensive lineman, which I've heard Membo, and there's another guy too. So that's who I want. And if there's those guys are on the board, that's who I'm taking. But I'm not the Raiders. And see, Hot Neil, he was talking about OG. He's got one of his eyes fixed, which is good. And like I said, Jack, tell OG, hopefully I can see him on the way up through South Carolina. Yeah, Will Campbell, thank you. Yeah, tell him that Hot Neil misses him too. But as long as he's doing better, which is good. All right. Hey, we've only gone through an hour. So if you want to get into the show, the pop-up came up. Fuck. There we go. Come into the show. Who else? Somebody liked my show over there on Facebook. Thank you. It was James instead of James. James, thank you for that. And yeah, prayers for OG. Come into the show because I've already did my spiel for the Northeast streaming sports on Roku. So unfortunately, they drop after an hour. Or my time slot on Northeast streaming sports is from 9 to 10. So unfortunately, that's off. And yeah, Captain, how trade down and get James Peterson Jr. Who is James Peterson Jr.? I don't know who James Peterson Jr. is. I'm not stupid. I'm just not attuned. Again, I tell you this. I'm not. It's not that I'm trying to be a dick. I don't do all of these names and drafts and this guy and this. I don't do it. But I'm honest about it. James Pierce. I still don't know who James Pierce. Are we thinking of going with DJ Glaze at right tackle? Yes, Israel, because that's where he was. And unless, and this was the other thing. God, it's still stuffed up. Pardon me. I think I might have to. Oh, pardon me. Sorry, guys. I didn't even have the didn't even get to the mute. Jeff Langham. Good to see you on IG. Who's the guy we got from Pittsburgh? What's his name? I think it's the Landon something. James Pierce. Are we thinking on getting? Yeah, DJ Glaze is our right tackle. DJ Glaze is our Kevin. The only thing get me mad, Brady is screwing up the field. Well, Hot Neil, that's your opinion. Seriously. And I can't say what it is if it's a fact. I'm kind of iffy about Tom Brady. I'm telling you, Elandon Roberts. Thank you for Jeff. That's the guy, Elandon Roberts. He's the linebacker that we picked up from Pittsburgh. Yeah, there you go. I told you, it's an elephant call, man. It is a horn from hell. Jimmy Farrell, yeah, I don't have tissues here though. I do have the paper towels because I clean shit up in here occasionally. So I don't have tissues. I'm used to paper towels. But thank you. And probably nicer for my nose. Yeah, Elandon Roberts. That's the guy from Pittsburgh. Come into the show. Good. Hot Neil is. Okay, quickly, Hot Neil. Because again, I know that there are things that you want to talk about, but you're saying, and I'm gonna, you're saying that Tom Brady's fucking up the Raiders, but he hasn't done anything yet. So you can't say that. It's your opinion, correct? Your opinion.
Understand, but
it's not a.
But do you remember? Do you remember a couple of years ago I told you about Chucky going to screw the Raiders, and what happened? At the end, we got screwed by Chucky. You even said it yourself in the last show.
Well, no, I don't think I said that. John Gruden did some things that. Now, John Gruden himself in draft picks, yeah, John Gruden was not the greatest draft guy, and John Gruden was not the greatest. He would take his foot off the gas. That's what I meant. John Gruden would not go for the throat and continue to go down. And his drafting was not the greatest. His drafting was not the greatest. But yeah, I'll give you.
Mark the date, the time of today that I told you we're gonna get screwed by Brady. I have a feeling that he's gonna backstab us. Remember, I told you that.
Okay.
Mark today's date and the time, and I hope everybody realizes what I'm saying. It's gonna happen
on the 16th. On the 16th of March, right before St. Patty's Day, 2025, Hot Neil prophesizes that the Raiders are going to get fucked by Tom Brady. I'll say that, right? You're saying we're going to get fucked, kind of like Joe Piscopo. They fuck you in the drive-thru. They fuck you in the drive-thru. They do, and Tom Brady is going to fuck us in the drive-thru. But hey, thanks for Hot Neil.
When that happens, you're gonna say, "Damn, you are the prophet of God." You're gonna say that because I want to tell you.
Okay.
I have seen things, and I have told my mom. 3 days later, it has happened. So I'm the kind of person that says something.
So you
it will happen.
So you're not. You are a seer. You seer things. Okay. Well, hey, do me a favor, Hot Neil. I want to know what the winning lottery. I want to know what the winning lottery numbers are for the next big thing. Let me know.
My 2 lucky numbers. Try my 2 lucky numbers: 6 and 7.
What's your 6 and 7? Okay.
Oh, try one of those. Try those
I'll
numbers.
Try them.
So if you win,
so you want like the family.
Well,
I like that. For you. I like that.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I played one time the 777, and I was up by one number. It went 776. If I would play that, I wouldn't be here in West Palm. I would have been out of Florida.
No,
I ended up getting $100. So if you
win,
hey,
but 500's good.
Hey, if you win, just give me 5% of your profit. Just 5%. I'm not asking for
much. I will, but here's I don't play. I don't play though. I only play like the 6 numbers. I play big.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. My grandfather, he didn't play the Cuban lottery, which was worth 998 pesos in Cuba. I'm talking to you back in 1924. And my uncle comes from New York and gives them the lottery number. He puts it in the drawer. He's having honeymoon with my grandmother. My uncle calls. He won the money. He ended up having 3 houses in Cuba and became partners. I don't know if you know what bodega is. It's kind of like a small supermarket. And he won.
Yeah, I know what a bodega is. I know the bodega guys in New York.
Okay. So now he won. He became partners with them. So, and it is possible.
Okay, Hot Neil, I got one more. I got one more, and it's from Jeffrey. Jeffrey wants to know, when are we winning the Super Bowl next?
Well, give me 2 weeks.
The great C.
And then we're going. Yeah, Focus C division. Give me at least a few weeks.
Okay.
Give me a few weeks.
Okay.
And I will put in the comments.
You go in here. You will. And Hot Neil, take care of yourself, brother. I'm trying to
you
myself too. Be well, brother.
Love you, Captain.
You got it. That's Hot Neil. Love you as well, brother. You be well. And yeah, Jack Kenneth's going to come in. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody on Instagram. I do multi, and I don't do Instagram on here anymore because it fucks up the feed. It just slows it down. So we're gonna get Kenna on here, right? And Jack was saying this as well when we were both in the show with Jeff LaFontaine. When we're on together, I'm captain and he's Jack. So there's no, you don't know, you know who you're talking to. So I'm captain and that's Jack. That's Kenna. Right. That's Cray.
It's Cray.
That's Cray.
Hey, I got to say, last night was like one of my favorite shows since probably when you had that interview with our linebacker from the 1970s. You and Jeff meeting up was like really cool to me, dude. I was so happy about that. And I wore this hat right here because you're wearing a Phillies hat, and I know you're a Flyers fan. This is a signed Jeff Odgers hat. I don't know if you remember that guy, but he was an enforcer.
Ooh.
Him.
What's his name?
Jeff Odgers.
Jeff who?
Odgers. Ogers. Jeff Odgers. Look him up. He was a straight up enforcer. So
okay, I will.
I'm an
like
old
those
Raider
guys.
fan,
That's
but
why
I'm
when I
also
was
like an
wearing
old
my
school Shark fan too.
Yeah, but here's the thing, because the last time I wore a Flyers jersey that from the Broad Street Bullies era, I wore a Dave Schultz jersey, and I got so much positive response from all the Philly fans who knew who Dave Schultz was. So I will do it. Now tomorrow, I got so many Flyers jerseys. I'm gonna see if I wear the new style, or if I wear a Philadelphia Vinny LeCavier Flyers jersey, because Vinny obviously played for the Lightning for so long. It would be dual purpose, because the last time I wore a Flyers jersey, it was one of the newer jerseys, and it was Atkinson. And Atkinson plays for the fucking Lightning now. But it was the new jersey, and I wore it and I didn't realize that Atkinson plays for the Lightning. But I'm thinking of wearing the Flyers Vinny LeCavier jersey, because it's a dual purpose jersey. So there you go.
Well, the cray stuff.
And yeah, Farrell
my brother Jeff out there. He's a good kid. And I'm so proud that you guys hooked up. Absolutely. You and Jeff are like,
oh yeah, no,
two old school boys.
Well,
that's the only reason why I wanted to jump on last night, was because you and Jeff. I talked to you behind the scenes. I talked to Jeff behind the scenes, and I love you both, brothers. And it's like, I thought that was a perfect pairing. It's like no different than when I kind of hooked up, Farrell and Raider Ray. I think you guys would like do a lot of good stuff together. But this hat here,
I wouldn't mind doing
McSorley,
it again.
We all know McSorley, right? From the
Marty
Kings.
McSorley, yes.
Oh yeah. Well, Jeff Odgers like this little Wolverine guy, like smaller but tougher than McSorley. And I saw them fight a couple times. Number 36.
Uh-huh.
Go look it up. Watch the fights. It's like Angela. If Angela was here, he would look it up and go damn, that's some good stuff.
Yes, he would. And we got to more people. And Angelo, I'm waiting for the 30s, not 30, the 3-minute fight clips from the fights from last night. And he did that when they had that the Super Bowl of boxing. And I loved it because he gave me 3-minute clips of the best stuff in all of those fights. And it was entertaining. And that's where my mindset was. I don't want to watch all this shit. I don't. Okay. Maybe I will do one of those the main event. The main event is on. No, he doesn't wear makeup. He doesn't. Okay. But the 3-minute clips is what I like. So hopefully Angela will get that squared away. And I will be at the Flyers game tomorrow here. I'm going to meet up with Philly Sports Guy. I think you guys know who Philly Sports Guy is he does TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but he's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. He goes to all the Philadelphia events. He's self-sustaining. He gets paid. By all of the different things that he does and all of his sponsors. to do this. That's his job. I love this job. I do. I love that job. I can't do it. I wish I could, but he gets paid for that, and that's good. Instant Music, how you doing? Good. Come on over to YouTube.
Hey, Jeffrey, I don't dislike Geno. I think it improved the team a lot. You look at our quarterbacks that we had, last year with Minshew and AOC 12. I think AOC 12 is a great backup, perfect person to have backup. So you brought up a great question. Why do we need to go after a quarterback at number 6? I don't see it anymore because we know that Geno's going to get extended, right? He ain't going to come here disgruntled about his contract and then come here and not get extended. So he's going to be extended. So I don't see the reason to draft a quarterback at all at number 6.
No, I don't either. It's bias because I think that with Geno Smith, and the other thing is he's not signed yet, and that's what I'm waiting on. They're waiting on per Jeff and all the other people. They're waiting on the parameters to figure out who's paying what the Raiders pay, what the Seahawks pay, and they're waiting on those parameters yet. I wish it would get done because until it gets done, the Raiders will not go forward with signing more people. Okay, so when that gets done, then we can sign some more people. Okay,
I agree.
Ed, point. Geno isn't young. We got you. And yes. Oh, for now, I got John, Kenna, and Ed talking about it. Those dates that I was saying in May, I think it's the Monday, the 12th. That's my flight in. Okay.
Well, please
Monday,
let me know
the
if I can
12th
take the
of
time
May,
off,
I believe is. Well, it's to LA. It's to LA. I'm flying into LA, and then we are going up to Sacramento, and then like on Saturday before Memorial Day, I'm flying to Vegas because I got a thing to do on Memorial Day in Vegas, and then I'm flying home. Okay, that's it. But Geno will, but I don't see where we have to be. It doesn't have to be Shedeur Sanders. It can be Milroe with training. And again, I would rather have Jackson Dart. I really would. I'd rather have Jackson Dart. I would rather have the kid from Louisville or the kid from Missouri because they're bigger, stronger prototype quarterbacks. But the point is it would probably be Shedeur, or it would probably be Milroe, or it might be Will Howard, because those are run out of your pocket and get yards quarterbacks. Okay, that's what I can see happening. So maybe it's Sanders, maybe it's Milroe, maybe it's Will Howard. I don't see them getting a prototypical big stocky quarterback. But I think you can do that with Jackson Dart too, because he can throw and he can run, and that's why I like him.
So who's Jackson Dart's comp? But I mean, again, I don't see a quarterback in the first round. I see Mason Graham. If he's not there, then it's going to be Genty or Millen, or it's going to be a trade back. It's 1 and 3, 1 and 4.
Why Genty though? Why Genty? Because people are going to want Genty, and you're getting a used car with a lot of miles on it. He's gotten a lot of mileage, or is already gone off those tires.
Great love,
and that's why I say that the guys from Ohio State, they were doing a back and forth. Good to see. Was it the Atlantic Eye Care Clarity Med Spa? Thank you for coming in on Instagram. Come over to YouTube. I mean, I'll see you over there. Thank you for being here. Come over to YouTube.
So Cap, I would say about Genty is like
Gent. Yeah, but we don't need a Genty in the first round when there's a shitload of running backs in this draft that have less miles on them, and they're good. They're good. Okay, seriously, they're great. Or okay, good to great running backs to be.
There's
I
two
like
exceptional running
Scatterbo,
backs.
that people are. But I would take the both of the kids from Ohio State. I would take the kid from North Carolina because he runs over people.
Hampton.
I'd take those guys. Yeah, Hampton,
Well,
Marion Hampton. Thank you.
And that's why
I
I've
would
said
take
to
those
Raider
guys.
Nation, like in a ton of other chats, like I can see Hampton more than Genty because what Pete Carroll loves is like a Marshawn Lynch, right? He's like a more Marshawn Lynch type of player. So I could see that.
Yeah.
Does anyone in the nation remember who's like Marshawn Lynch's running mate? I don't. But we all know Marshawn Lynch, maybe because he's from like Oakland, being a California guy. But nobody knows who that guy was. But I can see it. But I want a player that can like do both. Like our offensive lineman, right? We want to run offensive lineman. We want a passing block off the lineman. We want the same thing for the running backs. We don't want one guy that can do one thing well and can't do the other thing well. We want both. So,
yeah.
Can Genty be that? I don't know. Can Hampton be that? I don't know. But I'd see Hampton being being a strong player. But I will say this: everyone in Raider Nation that sees my face and hears me in chat, I want Mason Graham. 100%. There's no backing down from that.
Yeah. I want Mason Graham, or I want the best offensive lineman that is there at 6. I know it's one offensive lineman at 6, but yeah, if you draft the guys that are going to help you to keep those guys out, okay, I say do it. I say do it. Okay. I'm gonna get Rafa in here real quick.
Man, salute, bro. Good to see you in the chat. It's been a long time, Van City.
I got you. Yeah, it has been but he's been in here a little bit more recently. So, and I will say this again, and Jack, thank you for coming in. I'm going to get Rafa in here. Rafa, give me about, maybe 10 minutes of stuff. Maybe because I want other people in here as well. Okay. Graham is great. I tell you, Mike Sarah, if you fucking get Graham and you have all of the guys that we have on the D line together with him, bigger needs. Defense is a need. Offense is a need too, but I think we're going to do it well. Hey, Jack, thanks again. I'm gonna bring in Rafa. You take care, brother.
Okay.
Thank you for being
here. Man, I wanted to say 83 defense. Look up those guys. If we bring Graham, it's going to be competing force. The same thing. Good night, my brothers. Love you all. Yeah. Good night, Cap.
All right. Thanks there, Jack. Good night to you as well. And so, again, Rafa, you got about 7 minutes. Okay. Mario Clip said, who I going? I want Graham. Thank you there, Rafa. People are asking, I want Graham or I think the kid's name is Membo. Okay. That's who I want. Rafa's been looking into things as well. And by the way, I liked your outro. When you were on last night, you were so fucking authoritative and you are fucking in your face and raw and Raider it. And it was nice. It was nice. So I like that. So
yeah,
not that I'm setting you up again, but go.
Yeah, because I just brought a lot of attitude on this one because I know that I just put in all the action and everything. I mean, what can I tell about this? Because I just put a lot of attitude, a lot of passion because I know that I'm getting really right. But between the draft situation and the free agency, I mean, there's like many positions to get filled. And I know that between for the combination of Jeremy Chan, which is like the safety, and I know that it was very sad that we lost Trevor Murray, but we just retained Paul Mauer replacing. I mean, that could be like a solid piece from the for the Commanders, but I'm happy about it. I mean, this is gonna be like something like highly respected, but they have like the lineage of Paul Mauer and that water back in the other defense. It gives like everything. I mean, it really all depends on the user on defense, because some of the athletes like Jeremy Chin, that's enough for like a good tackler, good at bots, good blazer, but he needs to improve it a lot in the coverage. I mean, that no for like his first year as a rookie. I mean, he was a lot of life to run with the regime chains, but he can be like a real weapon that it can blitz. I mean, it's all about like the coaching. It's all about the coaching.
Yeah. And I agree, and I agree with what you're saying, and I'm seeing all these other things. You know, we need a quarterback, we need a safety. I don't think we need I think we got safeties between Chin and Johnson, because Johnson can play nickel, he can play corner, he can play safety. Johnson can do that. Okay. And if they use Amari Gainer and Amari Burney more with the Landon Rod, I know his first name is Landon. I don't remember what his last name is. Maybe Rogers. Okay. But if you use those guys there that are already in here, and then you get a stalwart person like Mason Graham. No, he's not a defensive end, man. Mason Graham is a plugger, Eric. Eric says you want another defensive tackle. No. If Mason Graham is there, that's who I'm taking. If he's not there, Brett Roberts, thank you there, Barrio Clipster. Yeah, Landon Roberts. So there we got the line. We got Gainer, we got Burney, we got Roberts, we got Chin, who's a box safety, and you got Johnson that we picked up. That is a good defensive back that needs to be given, the spotlight. He needs Jason Dean Hunter to say, you're good. Don't let anybody outshine you. And that other thing, yeah, we got pull him out. I got it, Mike Sarah, but we got the back guys are done. Okay, I think we got enough back guys, and I think that if we get a linebacker, we will probably draft one again. Yeah, Tommy Eichenberg. We don't know. We don't know. The jury's still out on Tommy Eichenberg. But I tell you, if you give Gainer and Burney opportunities with the Landon Roberts, you're good. I think you're good on that. So that's it. And Mason Graham, if you put Mason Graham with Wilkins, with Butler at defensive tackle, Tyree can play in. He can also be the defensive tackle. You run all those guys in together and you swap them out, keep them fresh. Fuck yeah, man. That's fucking great. That's what I say. John Wayne, thank you for being here on Instagram or YouTube.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Rafa, and I'm gonna put you. Who do you want? Who do you want at 6? Did I ask you this last night? If I did, I apologize. But who do you want at 6?
Oh, that would be between for like decision. But I mean that if we want to need like a running back, I would take like an Ashton Genty, because I know that what I was watching between for the highlights and the film study, I mean, this is like the position that it makes for the market. I mean, we've been seeing like a lot of running backs ever, because if we want to like to make the push, I mean, we're not at that level right now. So I know they understand about, because we just have like a quarterback, which is Geno Smith, because we happen to save, I mean, $8 million. I mean, it's much better to get like a player that really potentially can play at the range on a rookie deal. I mean, if we're the combo like the caliber team, I mean, I guarantee that we can take Ashton Genty as a running back. That'll be interesting. I mean, even we know that they don't have very, very much enough for like high caliber running backs since Saquon Barkley, but I mean, it took like an overall for like dominate for the league, because, and I will say this because talent much matters out of the positional value. I mean, unless it's got the quarterback. But I mean that if we want to get solid, it's already had to have more pass rushers. And also the draft class is going to be deep with the good ones. But I will say this: I would love to draft, well, between Ashton Genty or Dylan Sampson from Tennessee Bulls. That we all love to, because I look at them with the fans around the team, because there's gonna be so much far for the team. I mean, it's far away for the best of them, because I know that it's being compared by like the online, but it's gonna be like some real production. And they needed to separate, needed like the blue chip type of players that will be treated like a taking at number 6.
Okay. Hey, Rafa. Gracias, mi amigo, mi hermano. And yeah, I always get a chance to do Spanish with you. I do Tagalog with Angelo. I get my Spanish with you. And it's not a, I like it because it keeps my proficiency up. It keeps my proficiency up. So yes. Gracias por ti y tú tienes a bueno noche más. And bendiciones por tu familia total.
Gracias. Also, I just wanted to say salute, have a great night, and of course, let's go, because it is time to the Raider Nation. So I just wanted to say, wake the fuck up, because it's the Raider Nation, and let's get back to work.
There you go. That's that enthusiasm I was talking about. Thanks, Rafa. You take care, brother. Remember, Capitan Rafucho on YouTube. Good stuff. This is Genty and Sanders and Genty. I want Graham. And if Graham's gone, and Sanders is on the board, they maybe they take Sanders. Maybe Sanders is gone. So let's assume, okay, that Sanders is gone. Let's assume that Sanders is gone. And yes, Eric, I know we need a quarterback, but we also need a running back. But I'm saying with the 6th pick, that is a first-round pick. That is somebody that needs to produce immediately. And I know Geno's a dog fan. Yes, I know you're from up there. Geno, man. I'm so happy with Geno Smith as our quarterback. I wish he was signed so we could figure out more where this money is. I get you, Eric. And hey, and thank you for being in here. And you can get running backs later. That's why I don't want Genty at 6. You heard that. I don't want Genty at 6. If Genty's there and Sanders is there and Graham is gone, I would take the best offensive lineman that you can get or trade back. That's me. If Genty is generational, we'll see. And Barrio Cliff's saying the same thing here. If Sanders is gone, I'll probably trade back and take Campbell or Genty, Hampton. I said trade back. Swap 1s, grab a 2, and maybe a 3 next year. Fucking miser that pick, man. Eric, I get it. Best available at 6, and I want wins too. But you can parlay the pick and get more picks. You can get you swap 1s and get that best pick at wherever you put it back to. And there are people that double traded back in the first round. And they picked up a lot of picks. There's a lot of good guys in this draft. And remember, and it was put up, the coach, Pete Carroll, likes big, strong, fast defensive backs. Big, strong, fast. Why we picked up Stokes. Why we picked up Johnson. Why we picked up Chin. Would you not agree? And Polamalu is not small. Big, strong, can hit. And yes, Pete Carroll can draft, and I think that we're going to get a lot of good stuff from Spytech. And here's the thing: Spytech has never done a draft where it's his words. It's not his word. He was instrumental in the drafts for the Bucks. Yes, MCL. But I think we got him on the cheap, didn't we? I don't think we paid a lot for him. So I mean, I haven't seen the contract. That's why I'm waiting on fucking Geno. Big, strong, young, fast, can stick. Legion of Boom. Or they're talking about the Allegiant of Doom. Yeah, $3 million is not bad. I don't know all the. I haven't looked at it. I don't give a flying fuck about the contract. I just do know that I was not paying Spillane $13 million a year. Any idea what will be going on with the Geno thing? No. And you said it. That's why. And one thing, Jay Murphy, 1231. Thank you for being here on Instagram. Thank you. I got my Instagram people over here. Went over to YouTube. Big, tall, and hitters. Thanks, Eric. People are getting me. Big, strong, can hit. Try to be fast. Guy, Legion of Boom, Allegiant of Doom. I think Kenneth said it. We need to lock down Geno. As soon as we lock down Geno, Mike, I don't agree, man. I like Spillane. Don't get me wrong. I don't say, well, fuck Spillane. No. And he got a bag. He got a big bag. But do you remember that when he came over here, people were like, who? Spillane? Spillane who? I called him Mickey Spillane, like the author. And it was ha, 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 Mickey Spillane. He was a great guy for us. But you do things fiscally and financially, and you get good players, and you put them in. Hot Neil, good night to you as well, sir. And yeah, we got to score. I get it. And Eric, be blessed to you as well. Thank you for being here. Like it and share it, Eric. Like it and share it, please. Appreciate it. And Jeff agrees with me. I don't think he's worth 13 mil. It's either 11 mil or 13 mil. I don't think he no. Now, I'm not saying he's horrible. He's not horrible, but I don't think he's worth that much money. Slade was our second best defensive player. We will miss him big time, and we had the fucking money to pay. Mike, again. Mike, by the way, I appreciate you being, and we haven't had a Mike sighting in a bit when he was walking around. By the way, and I say this true. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the knots out of my hair here. I can't walk. I can't walk, man. So, Mike, when you're going on your walks, please walk a little bit more for me and kind of send that walking to my muscles. I can't walk. The neuropathy and the sciatica. Royal Raider fans in Hoover and Gord. Yeah, I did good. We have one starting linebacker. Okay. We got. And Pete Carroll has vision. He's going to tell, this is my vision, make it work. And the one thing that Graham didn't have to worry about the last 2 years is when he was the defensive coordinator on McDaniel. McDaniel was going to fuck with him. Yeah, dude, you got it. That's your defense. And even though Antonio Pierce was a defensive guy, he was at best a linebackers coach. So that's why it was Graham's defense again. He didn't fuck with anything. But now you got Pete Carroll there. Pete Carroll, this is what. Thank you, Matt Marinovich. Thank you. Overspent. Epps, see ya. I really wasn't impressed with Epps. Seriously, I wasn't impressed with that. Were you really impressed with Marcus Epps? I mean, if you were impressed with Marcus Epps, I'll try to get you a Marcus Epps jersey on eBay, but it'll probably be a kid's or a baby's jersey that doesn't cost a lot of money. I wasn't impressed with Marcus Epps. I'm not. I guess I'm poo-pooing him. I shouldn't. He's a professional football player. He's a hell of a lot better than I am. And I give him his due. He doesn't suck, but Come day, go day. Diablo, bye. Merrick, good grabbing on the money. Good grabbing on the money. Good for you. We got Chin. We got Elandon Roberts. We got Johnson. And if Stokes can come back from his injury, we got another big, tall, fast kid. And we got Jacorian Bennett. And Jack Jones, and I said this last night, Jack Jones is like, Philip Buchanan. Philip giveth, Philip taketh away. Jack Jones giveth with a pick six. Jack Jones taketh away. He lets in easy touchdown. Matt, thank you for also. Yeah, he's as good as Spillane. He's just a little older. And Eichenberg better fucking perform. I'm saying it now. Eichenberg better perform. And I think Amari, Bernie, and Gaynor can. Mike, Sarah, I disagree here. Lesser talent. I think Roberts is just as good, if not better, than Spillane. Seriously, I think that. Merrick and Chin, I'd give it to Chin. Seriously, you're going to compare Merrick and Chin? I'll take Chin 5 times a week. It's just me. And yeah, Jack Jones is probably gone. Thank you. Chin's better than the D-backs we have. And I like discussing this. That's why I'm here. Like I said, I was on for 5 hours last night. I have no intention of doing that tonight. Unless you guys are, if we're talking, I'll be here. Come into the show. I'm going to put it up one more time. Yeah, sweet chin music. I like that. Come into the show. If you see the link, hit up the link. I'll be here. If you're there and you're talking to me, I'll be here. I'll be here. Come into the show. Easy Raider over there on Instagram. Thank you for being here, sir. Come on over to YouTube. I see people on Instagram. It's just there. That's my left view. Come over here where everybody else is. And I agree with Jack Kenna here. Okay. If we thought that Jack Jones was the shiznit, he would be signed right now. Seriously, if we thought he was the shiznit, we would have re-signed him right now. But I think that they're waiting on what they see with Jacorian Bennett and see who they can draft. And remember, they got the camp. Was it DeCamarion or Cam? Right? Oh, it's Art Shell jersey, Mario. It's an Art Shell jersey. Tomorrow I'll be wearing probably be wearing a Philadelphia Flyer Vinny LeCavier. Because Vinny played for the Lightning for many, many years. And the Flyers are in town, so I'm going to wear a Flyers jersey. So I'll split the difference. Dustin, good to see. Thank you, man. It's good to see you, brother. Middle of the meeting linebacker safeties were the weakness, be it not be able to cover, stay healthy. That's true. That is so true. Eichenberg couldn't stay healthy. Diablo couldn't stay healthy. Epps couldn't stay healthy. 3 right off the top. Pull him out, came in and performed. That's why we picked him up. Spillane performed, but wanted too much. I'm saying that. He performed, but wanted too much. Now we got Elandon Roberts that can fucking plug. And I don't think he has a history of missing games. Jack, I disagree. Miller needs to perform this year. He needs to perform this year. Seriously. And if he doesn't perform this year, he will be replaced. And they said it right here. Thank you there, Jeff. That's why I want Membo. That's why I want Membo. The guy, he's a big, strong, fast, can do tackle and guard. And if we draft him this year, he probably will be playing guard. And then he can move over and take Miller's spot at left tackle. That's just me. But we do need some more. We do need some more offensive linemen in free agency. I agree with that. We do need some more offensive linemen in free agency. So that's me. If you guys want to talk, great. Hit the link, hit the link, hit the link. Good to see you, Dustin. This guy looks like friggin' Robin. Well, I don't know what is. I mean, obviously he's got one of those broken nose goggle thingies. Big, tall, lanky white guy playing for the Thunder. Underneath the basket, almost had a putback. And yes, basketball is not my forte. I don't know basketball as much. Captain Raider, good to see you, brother. Captain Raider's over there on Instagram. Go over to YouTube, Captain Raider. By the way, Captain Raider recently had a couple of the different things that I pushed on Instagram because he tagged me. And anytime I get tagged on a good product, I push it out. I want to thank Captain Raider for the tags. And we're ready. We're ready. I said we're getting started. I will admit this, okay? And I said this last night, and this is a plug. This is a plug. Black Hole is going to do so much this year. 30th anniversary of the Black Hole. And the after party, the after game party is going to be at Slice of Vegas. I'm doing my Sunday shows there. And hopefully I don't have to schlep my fucking computer over there hopefully they'll have a on-stand computer or an on-stand mics. But I would disagree with that. Mike, Sarah, I get it. Yeah, we could have afforded it. We did. We could afford that. I just don't think it's money well spent. I'm not saying fuck Spillane. I'm not good. He got more money than I think that he deserved or that they were allocating. But if Graham ain't there, I'd take Membo. That's me. And if you don't want to do that, then yeah, go ahead and trade back. That's me. Yeah. Took a while for me to yawn tonight. Thank you there, Captain. We got about 10 minutes. Might be a normal 2-hour show. I don't know if you guys saw my I did like a video on Facebook. It might have went to Instagram, but it was me rolling with my scooter out the front door, which was the very first time I could do that because the VA gave me a ramp. In fact, I got to call them back up. I think I need something else so I can go onto my lawn, because if I go slow, maybe I can take that right turn, but I'd rather go straight down. I'd rather do that, but we'll see. But anyway, and then I had and I remember from my friend, my Navy friend, he was into these was it Alice in Chains and the grunge Ministry, all that music, and there's a name for it. I can't remember what it is. It's not just grunge, because Ministry was in that, and other of bands of that ilk. I remembered Ministry. I said, "Oh, I need that. What's that? Oh, Jesus built my hot rod." So that was what the music was. Dang and the dang, no wang dang. And I said that was my background music for that video. So thank you to my friend Carl Coons for bringing me the Ministry. Nah, Van City, don't be nervous, man. Fuck. Don't be nervous. Seriously, because Jeff LaFontaine told me last night that I was the first person that he went on camera with. Jack Kenna has said that I was the first person he went on camera with. You're just talking with me, man. And I know Mike Serra. Mike Serra comes on occasionally, and I'm talking to him. We're just talking, man. Don't be nervous. But you decide pretty quick, though, because if I don't get anybody within 5 minutes, I'm gonna cut it at 2 hours. I'm tired. Do it. Shit. Do it. Like the Starsky and Hutch movie. Do it. Give me a minute. Oh, Ministry is great. Cool. And I don't know a lot of Ministry songs there, Mike. I don't. But he was into that. It's alternative, right? He was into Ministry. Alice in Chains, which is great. I love Alice in Chains. I do. He was into some weird shit. Do it. Okay, yes, Dave. So, should we get Diggs? Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, I think, and great question, by the way, Barrio. We need to see where the money is. Oh, kid's name is Hartenstein, by the way. He looks like Robin with the black, eye mask thing, which is more of a. I think they use it because for nose protection, like maybe he has a broken nose. But somebody just stopped and popped over him. By the way, if you're wondering, OKC is winning 73 over Milwaukee, who's 59. And this is a home game for the Bucks. Maybe when I'm at the draft, maybe I'll see if the Bucks are playing a home game. Yeah, and waiting on Geno. because we will go from there. And that, I think it has to be done, I think, by noon tomorrow. I think it's by noon tomorrow. That's holding us up. It is. It's holding us up. So we'll see. But Van, I will stay here. I will stay here and give you time. But you got to say you're going to come on, please. And Barrio Clips TV can be here. And again, I appreciate everybody that's been here. I really do. I don't do this for me. I do this for hanging out with friends. Because and it's twice a week, man. This is therapeutic, man. Talking with friends about things that I enjoy talking about. Talking with friends and family. That's what it is for me. It's awesome. Waiting on Geno. I think that's the last thing. So if you want to come into the show, I'll show the link one more time. I think it's up here. I know I just did it recently. There you go. Into the show. For those on Instagram, you can't see it, and I'd have to fat finger it in there. But it's HT. I'll say HT. If you can do the HTTPS : like / StreamYard.com / then lowercase Sierra 6233 lowercase Zulu Foxtrot Juliet Romeo Golf. That's the no, I know. And Van is old school. Aussie Raider, good to see you, Aussie Raider. Van is old school. And Ozzy has his videos. By the way, speaking of videos from Australia, it's not Ozzy, but Avakazi had the Vegemite Bowl this morning. Shout out to both Avakazi and shout out to Critique. I see you, Van. I'll get you on in a second, brother. They had Vegemite Bowl, and in the end, in the best of 5, and I guess it was 3-2. I didn't see the other games, but the winner was Raider Critique, and I saw. Oh, gross! I saw Avocado having to take a big spoon of Vegemite. That's ugh. So I said, "Well, what's the new stuff that we have for the bet?" And I wouldn't do this because if I would have lost the bet, there's no way in fucking hell I'm eating Vegemite. And I suggested balut. I'm gonna bring in Van City. See, he's here. How you doing, brother?
Going on, Captain?
How you doing? Good. How you doing?
Can you hear me okay?
What are your thoughts? Yeah, I hear you fine. Brother.
My camera's not working at the moment. I don't know what's going on.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like I said, it's better for audio is more important than video. Seriously, because you can have a great picture, but if you can't hear what the hell he's saying, it sucks. But if you hear audio, you have a nice picture of you and your really hot blonde there. That's great because we see a picture of you and a hot blonde. I'm with you on that. And matter of fact, when your camera gets fixed, you're going to have to bring you and the hot blonde camera together.
That's the missus. That's Mrs.
Okay,
Beck.
there you go. Tell the missus she's appreciated by the old salty bastard.
Will do.
So you've been in the comments, and what are your thoughts? You say get Genty are you a Genty or a Sanders guy? I wanted to hear that.
I'm a Genty guy for sure. I look at free agency so far, and I agree with you. I don't think Spillane was worth the money that he got from New England. I think Landon Roberts is going to be a good supplemental piece. I agree with you as well that Chin's better than Mirig. I think he can play all over the field, and when it comes to the safety position, I think he's an upgrade. I look at the holes on this team: the linebacker position, the running back position, and the wide receiver position are the only three that I think are glaring needs at the moment. But then obviously you can upgrade all over this team. But with Geno, I honestly think that we can. I think we can have a good season. I really do.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, with Geno, it's not one of these. Well, we're rebuilding this year. Wait for us in 2026. Yeah, we are rebuilding this year, but we are saying we can win some good games in 2025. So don't fucking sleep on us, because Geno Smith is the quarterback behind a shitty offensive line, by the way, in Seattle. Behind a shitty offensive line, was like one game away from a playoff game. And Van dropped. Oh shit. Van, if you're still watching, there you go. He came back on. I swear I didn't boot him. I swear I didn't boot you. I was just gonna make sure do that.
Yeah, no, I think this O-line is being slept on. I think it's a lot better, and the reason that we're terrible at the beginning of the year was because of the O-line coach that Antonio Pierce brought in. I think Jordan Meredith has been one of my favorite Raiders over the past couple of years. I think he deserves, and I think he's going to get the chance to start, and I think he's going to perform at an extremely high level. Glaze had an amazing rookie year. If he can build on that. So I look at it. I think our biggest need right now is running back. And I understand the argument. I get the argument that number 6 is a little too high to take a running back. I understand that. But if you watch the kid, I think Marshawn was 5'10", and Genty's 5'8". And if you watch Genty's game, he's like a little he's like a baby beast mode. He really, like, I see so many similarities in his game compared to Marshawn's game. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I agree. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not poo-pooing Austin Genty, but I think that because of all of the use that he had, because he was really the reason why Boise State was as good as they were, because they said, here's the ball, here's the ball, here's the ball, here's the ball, here's the ball. Okay, I'm going to pass once to throw off. Here's the ball, here's the ball. They used him so much that's why he became a Heisman Trophy candidate, because of all of his use. And I think that they might have overused him. And one of the good examples was that, and I remember it was the kid that played for Texas and went to the Bears. Benson was the guy's name. He was used and used and used and used at Texas. And then when he went to the Bears, he flamed out because he was fucking, broke and tired by the time he got to the Bears. So that's why I said that there are other running backs here. And again, I like Genty, but I would prefer an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman at 6 that's worth the pick, or trade back. But that's me. That's me. And by the way, Jack Kennis says hello to you. Make sure that you knew that he said hello.
What's going on, Jack? So let's talk about this Geno thing, because I've been sitting here the past couple of days, and we traded for him last Friday. We're on the following Sunday. We've had a press conference with all our other free agents other than Raheem Mostert, who we signed on Thursday. And it's been complete radio silence the past couple of days. Like, absolutely no movement at all. I'm not saying that there has to be movement because free agency is usually a marathon, not a sprint. But with that being said, every other player, I look at Christian Wilkins last year, they picked him up, and then 2 or 3 days later, there was a press conference, and there was the video of him yelling Raiders and this, that, and the other thing. What do you think the holdup is? Because I'm just really having a hard time understanding, like, what these guys are doing behind closed doors.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting to see. I thought he was already locked up, and it's like, okay, well, he's there, and this is the contract, and he, good to go, and like you, I'm like, okay, well, they're going to have the press conference, but I didn't realize that he's not locked up. As far as we made a trade for him, and we gave up a 3rd-round pick this year, but it's all about the contract language. Is who's paying what out of the Seahawks and out of the Raiders? Who's paying what and how much? So it's who and how much.
He is locked up. The trade is official. He's officially on the roster. But so, okay, over the past couple of days, I've been paying a little bit of attention to what's going on with the contract. There was a $16 million bonus today that became available.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't that he received the $16 million bonus. It was the $16 million bonus became available to him. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's basically 16, but who's paying that? I think that was the sticking point. I think that was the sticking point.
What I'm saying, I just don't understand how it's such a ghost town on that front when, like I said, last Friday was the trade, and we haven't seen or heard, like, there's no press conference scheduled. I don't think the trade fell through because he's officially on this roster. Like, he is a Raider. Like I said, all the other free agents have had their press conference. Landon Roberts had a video saluting the nation, everybody, and then it's just like Geno's down in Florida, which I find interesting. There was that picture posted with him earlier with Shador. And then I talked with a couple guys behind the scenes, like all day, every day, pretty much. I find it funny that he's in Florida when somebody else on this team lives in Florida.
Who's that?
Tom Brady.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, he don't live by me. He lives in Miami. Yeah, he don't live in Tampa anymore. He lives in Miami. So
Yeah.
if you're doing he's there in Tom Brady's house with Geno Smith and Shador Sanders, yeah, I can see that. And that does make sense.
So then is there a world where we're just going to bring Geno in for 1 year and then draft Shador at 6? But then the question mark there is you're not even guaranteed Shador at 6. And I think
yeah, maybe they're talking. I mean, the way that I'm reading that is that, and Ozzy said that he got his $16 million. Did we pay that, or did the Seahawks pay that? The roster bonus. That's what I'm getting. So is that out of our money, or is that out of the Seahawks money? Because it was under contract with them. Go ahead.
I think it came out of our money because I think it was already included in the hit when we traded for him. I think it was the Geno trade. I would have to look at the numbers. but I believe the $16 million bonus was already included in the cap hit, and the cap hit was the salary cap already absorbed that $16 million. I could be wrong.
No, that's fine. That was my question. So we are paying Geno Smith $47 million this year.
I'm not sure. I do know that 16 million, like I said, so there's a difference between, I think at 1:00 today, that 16 million became available. It wasn't it didn't come off the cap, meaning he'll receive that $16 million, but he doesn't have to receive it today. If that makes sense.
Okay. No. I mean, I'm not a capologist, and there's cap issues and rosters issues, and they said, well, we're going to change his cap value by giving him a roster bonus or moving money to paid, what is it, the guaranteed money. That changes things. I'm sorry. I'm not bad at math. I'm not bad at math. I just don't fucking pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to that. That's from people, pardon me, that's their job. That's not my job. My job is to say, this guy's on our roster and what he can do. That's my job. Pardon me. And so I get it. So so now that we know that that's off of our money, and from what I understand, a roster bonus is different than guaranteed money and his cap hit. Okay, so that's different too. Yeah, and Ozzy saying he's on the roster, I get it, but if you're saying, like I said, that he's down in Florida where Tom Brady is and Shedeur Sanders is, if I'm an intelligence guy, which I am, although I'm not working, to me that means that the Raiders are going to take Shedeur Sanders at 6 if he's available. The question is, will he be available? That's the question.
Yeah, but then do you extend Geno? That's the question. Or do you just bring him in for the 1 year that's remaining on his deal and then go to Shedeur in 26? But then, like I just said, you're not guaranteed Shedeur at 6. So the whole thing's just kind of up in the air right now.
Yeah, and Ozzy is saying what's available. Like I said, this is his last year of the contract, and I get it. So now and honestly, Ozzy, I'm not signing Geno long term until I see what he does this year. Yeah, I mean that's me though. I think he'll do fine, but it's like I'm not gonna, like, for example, we paid Max Crosby a lot of money when we didn't need to, but at least it showed people that we are going to have this guy on our team for the next 5 years, because he was already there for 2 and we gave him an additional 3. So he's on our team 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. Okay. And I don't know how old Max is, but I'm thinking that would probably take him to about 34, 35.
Max 27. 27.
So
he'll be 32 when the contract runs out.
Okay, thanks, man. See, I don't pay attention to this shit. I don't, but
I believe there's 2 void years at the end of the contract that they can push money to if they want to. But then I think how the Crosby, I think how the new deal was structured was $0 in terms of dead money in 2027. So I think how they structured the deal was we have 2 years to get this back on track. And if not, then Crosby can ask for a trade, and we absorb and we absorb $0.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's great contract writing. That's great contract writing. I like that. And again, Ozzy's saying, and I agree with this. If I'm the Raiders, I got Geno this year, and I'd extend him one more year, but I'm not giving him 2 years on top of this year. That's a 3-year contract. No, nay, 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 in my Jompinette voice. Nay. Geno Smith is the Raider for 2025, and he's the Raider for 2026. Because if we're drafting a quarterback to sit behind him and learn the ropes next year in 2026, sometime during that year, that guy should be playing. Sometime he's going to be playing that year. Okay. Oh, and yeah, I agree. If you guys are watching my show and Jack Kenna is the only one that's hit the like button, shame on you. I appreciate it if you hit the like button. Thank you. I don't pay attention to that either, Jack. But yeah, and again, I know we need running back. I know we need running back, and there are plenty of good running backs. And I think that Ozzy put a whole shit list up here of let me see here. Linebacker Jahad Campbell, but where were your running backs? So there you go. I'll put it back up again. Dylan Sampson and the kids from Ohio State, Trevion Henderson and Kinshawn Junkins. I know those names, right? There's also O'Marion Hampton, but I think he's probably going to be gone real quick. Because I think Genty and Hampton are going to be 1 and 2 off the board. So, but there's other guys that are there, and that's not even including Scatterbo's analyst because he might be gone too. But there's a shit ton of plethora of great running backs that we can have in this draft. So don't be all upset if it's not Genty because we can get other good running backs. And thank you, Jack.
I could see a trade back.
It's not up there. Yeah,
I could see a trade back. I could see a trade back into the 15-20 range, and then us taking Hampton. That'd be my plan B out of all of it. Is you trade back, you add an extra second, maybe an extra third, and then you take Amari and Hampton in the 15 to 20 range. Because then that way you're adding a couple extra picks, and you're also adding one of the 2 elite running backs, right?
There you go. And I don't think Hampton has all of the wear and tear that Genty has. And he's also built bigger. If you wanna have somebody that's built like Marshawn, it's not Genty. Genty's is like a mini-me version of Marshawn. O'Marion Hampton is a almost, if I remember, and you guys, I'm sure you're gonna say, no, he's an inch smaller or he's not as big. I get it. I'm not looking like at stats right now or at a profile, but from what I understand, O'Marion Hampton is like Marshawn Lynch, size, speed, and ability, right? And yeah, I like Scatterboo. I do like Scatterboo, Mike, Sarah, but people are poo-pooing Scatterboo. I like that analogy. Caleb Johnson. I don't know who Caleb Johnson is. Their cartel wizard. Again, I'm not this draft guy. Trade back, you get Egg Buka from Ohio State. I tell you, I also like the kid from Texas. I can't remember his name, but so there's good wide receivers. What's his name?
Tosh Brooks.
Yeah. I saw a lot of him. So he's a good the Ohio running back is Johnson. Okay, but there's good guys available in positions of need, and we can get them, and we can get these picks. We have more opportunities to get the guys we need, which I want. I really do. I want to trade back at 6 to get more of these guys that we need. I really think that that's the way to do it.
I think that's what they're going to do. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins just signed their deals.
Okay, well, they're gone. Okay,
But the
good for them.
Bengals are going to realize that you also need to stop other teams from scoring points to win football games.
I'm going to ask you this, Van. What's your opinion on trading for Hendrickson?
If you can get Hendrickson, man, for a second or third round pick, why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah, I
you
do
would
that.
have Max. You'd have Max, but then see, Kuntz has really created a little bit of a logjam here, and they paid him starting money. So, would you trade for the one thing with Kuntz? And I love Kuntz. Was he only had that 1.5 year of production, right? And I don't know, like they're taking a gamble on him, and he's gambling on himself. Whereas if you go and you trade for Trey Hendrickson, you know what you're getting.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm of a mind that I like to know. I like the almost sure thing, and Hendrickson is a sure thing. I like Kuntz, I do, but I know what you're going to get with Hendrickson. I know what you're going to get with Max. And by the way, then if you have three of these guys and Kuntz is running in, you got help from all angles. You got help from all angles, and that's what I like too.
So just to,
Go ahead.
Just
Your last bet.
Just an FYI, I heard earlier today, which I think could be the holdup on the whole Geno thing, but I don't know for sure. I heard that Spytek's working the phones and trying to make a trade, and that we were looking at Dexter Lawrence from the Giants, trading the Giants our 6th round pick, where the Giants would have took number 3 and number 6 and moved up to number 1 with Tennessee. That I would be all over. You would have Malcolm Kuntz, Dexter Lawrence, Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby as the D-line. I think that would be the best D-line in football.
I can dig that.
That big, mean nose tackle right beside Wilkins.
And yeah, we do need and remember we still got Butler, and we still got Wilson that can play end and tackle. So you got a rotation of guys, just like the Eagles had. The Eagles had that rotation of guys that just went after fuckface on the Chiefs, and if they're fresh and they're going after them, because we got quarterbacks that need to be put down. Like Al Davis said, the quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And if you got the defensive line to do it, that's where you're going to win games. And that's just me, though.
I absolutely agree. I think you focus on building the trenches. But then I heard that trade fell through. I think they're gonna do whatever they can to bring in another strong, solid D lineman. Another trade that I'm keeping an eye out for is Tampa Bay only has $11 million in cap currently. Send them like a 3rd round pick for Vita Vea.
I love that. Vita Vea is probably the only Tampa guy that I like a lot.
Mike Evans.
Vita Vea I like a lot. I also like their linebacker that's been with them for a long, long time.
Levante David.
I can't. Yeah, Levante David. But I tell you what, I would take Vita Vea over everybody. And I would do that in a minute. Oh,
over Dexter Lawrence, Captain?
I take Vita Vea over Dexter Lawrence. Yeah. And maybe it's because of familiarity. And I agree it's probably proximity bias because I am here in Tampa. But I like his game. I like the fact of how he is personally. I like all of the positives that just don't show up on the field. He's hardworking, and I know him, okay? I know what sort of product we're going to get for him. So, yeah, if Vita Vea is available, I take Vita Vea over Dexter Lawrence, but I admit it's proximity bias because I know more about Vita Vea. And I admit that.
They is a my Washington Huskies alumni. I would love it. But Dexter Lawrence is the best defensive tackle in the NFL, and that includes Chris Jones.
Well, also, how much money would we be tied up with
Actually,
Dexter Lawrence?
I looked at the contract earlier today, and we would only be paying Dexter Lawrence $23 million in 2025, and then I think it gets lower and lower, which makes absolutely no sense to me, to be honest with you. I don't know how the Giants did that, but they did. I think it's like $23 or $25 million we would have to pay Dexter Lawrence. These are all hyperboles, though.
Yeah, these are all things of hypothetical. I get it.
Yeah, that's right.
All hypothetical. Yeah, I know what you were saying, going for, brother. But here's the thing. I like Vita Vea, but if I can get Dexter Lawrence at a better cost, I'll take that too. Billy B. Bad, and Jeffrey Theodos. Thank you for being over there on Instagram. Come on over to YouTube. We're talking on YouTube. Van, I appreciate you coming in, brother. And my best to you. Take care of you and your wonderful wife, and know that we appreciate you coming into the show. Like I said, you don't have to be nervous. Just talking with me, man. Just talking with me.
Hey, Cap, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Yarr!
Yarg, you bastard. Good to see you.
I met you a couple of times down in Vegas. I don't know if you remember. I met you a couple of times down there.
I do remember. They said, "Hey, I'm banned from Canada." I said, "Oh, okay." I remember,
right.
And especially when I see the face. But yeah, I meet a lot of people, but sometimes people have to remind me who they are. So go ahead and remind me every time.
I've got a signed Raiders flag that you signed this past September down in my basement.
Yeah, that I remember doing.
I've got yourself, I've got Violator, I've got Hollywood, and I've got Gorilla Rilla side by side. I love it. I absolutely like. That's probably my most prized possession.
Hey, I'm just an old. I'm kind of redoing the what is it, the talk from Tropic Thunder. I'm just a dude talking with other dudes about football dudes, in paraphrasing.
You're a legend. You're a legend, Captain. Don't let anybody tell you differently, brother.
Hey, I appreciate it. I don't think of myself as legend. I think of myself as an old broken guy.
Captain Jack, baby. Everybody knows Captain Jack down in in Raider Nation, my man. Anyways, brother, you take care. Well, hey, it was good talking to you.
You take care, and again, bring the hot wife with you. Van left. Van, love you, brother. Bring the hot wife with you, and have her bring friends. Yes, I'm an old salty, bastard. Arr, yar! Just like Van said. Van's great people. Jack Kenna's out because Van's out. If you want to come in now. Seriously, if you want to come into the show, come in now. I will give it. There's 3 minutes because I know that there's normally like a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? There's time. Yeah, there you go. Van City, cheers to you. Enjoy talking to you, man. Enjoy talking to you. Bring the wife. Have the wife bring a friend. That's awesome. And I enjoyed talking with you, and thank you for that information. Thank you for the information as well as Ozzy for his stuff about the players. I appreciate that because I'm talking with you, and Ozzy's putting up stuff that I need to know. You guys are like producing my show for me. Great. This is a process. It's a community thing. It's a community thing. It's everybody chipping in. I like that. This is like the Captain Jack kibbutz. If you don't know what a kibbutz is, look it up. It's people are going to say I'm a communist now. A kibbutz, if you don't know, a kibbutz is a tract. It's a farm. It's a big housing area where a bunch of people live on, and they live together, and they provide for the farming, and they provide for each other. Kind of like it's like an old thing around. You know how like the I'm brain farting the names. The guys up in Pennsylvania, not the Mennonites, because they have electricity. The other guys. The Mennonites have electricity. It's the other guys in Pennsylvania. And kibbutz is like that too. A bunch of people getting together and hanging out and doing shit together. But we're here. This is a group effort, and I thank you. And so if you want to come into the show, hit me up. I got the link up. I'll be here for a little bit longer. The Amish, thank you, Mike. And shame on me. I'm from fucking Pennsylvania, and I couldn't remember the Amish. And I do, and it's actually probably available for my Jeff was saying, I saw on ESPN that the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I don't get that, and largest might be going. Clean that up. Clean that thought up, Jeff, so I understand what you're saying, sir. I saw on ESPN that Jacksonville Jaguars and the largest might be going. I clean that up. That does not make sense. Amish. I'm from Pennsylvania. I know the man. I was brain farting the name. Oh, getting back to the shirt. It says, I love intercourse. Pennsylvania. Because you got names like intercourse and blue balls. These are names of Amish Amish stuff. Hey! Thank you for the report. I went over 2,300 subs. Thank you, folks. But that's right now, because last night I was at 2299, and then this morning I was at 2298, so I dropped one. So thank you for all the folks that came up here and subbed in. And again, it's not about numbers. It's not about numbers. The numbers I like to see are people that are coming in and talking and watching. Okay, I like those numbers, and even those numbers aren't particularly important. The largest might be going. I don't get it. I heard on ESPN the largest might be going to Jacksonville. I don't that word largest. That's the word that's hanging me up, Jeff. It's the LARGES, largest. I still don't understand that. So thank you to all the people that are here. Over 2,300 subs. That's nice. But it's about the time together. Just like I said, I can do Carol Burnett and I can do Jeff Spicoli. But if I'm here and if you're here, isn't that our time? Does he mean Chargers? Could be. I'm watching it over here on IG. I heard on ESPN the Chargers might be going to Jacksonville. Maybe that's it. I still don't understand that. The Chargers going to Jacksonville. Is that maybe one of the London games? Because Jacksonville notoriously is one of the London games is there. Maybe that's what he's saying. Jacksonville might be getting air largest. I still don't get that. Sergeant Raider, TNBC Merced. Good to see you, Sergeant Raider. Good to see you, Sergeant Raider. Wave that. I don't know. Jeff, still, there's I can't. I don't understand that. Oh, Rodgers. Jacksonville Jaguars might be getting Aaron Rodgers. Maybe that. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. That's stupid. I mean, honestly, that is fucking stupid. Thank you, Jeff. You gotta okay, and then now it's cleaned up. And this is Jeff over there on IG. I heard that on ESPN. Aaron Rodgers might be going to Jacksonville. Thank you, Jeff. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to crack on you. I didn't that you were. I was hung up on LARGES, largest. I'm like, But thank you for that term. ESPN, BSPN says Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers to Jacksonville is fucking stupid. Didn't know I'd be doing a word scrabble. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff and Jeff. You both worked on that, Jeff. Jeff Langham, 714 over on Instagram, and Jeff LaFontaine of the New England Raider Boosters. So it's 2 hours and 35, which is about. I've been going over. I was tired, man. I was tired this morning. How long? What was it? A 5.5 hour show, Jeff? Was it 5.5 hours? It was fucking long. It was entertaining. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed every minute of it, but then I look at the clock and it said 5. I'm like, my God, 5 hours. And yes, my bye-bye was about a 10-minute bye-bye, I admit it, because I was saying the things that I need to say to here. I will say it again, because I am on the way out. We're going to go out. Folks, I say this again. Become a member of the Black Hole. This is the 30-year anniversary of the Black Hole. It is a Raider Nation fan organization. I didn't say booster club. Nay. It is a Raider Nation fan organization. So what I'm saying is this is the year 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This is the year 30. Become a member of the Black Hole. One-time membership and you're in for life. You pay your membership, you're in for life. And the Black Hole is doing things this year. Oh yeah, I heard a lot of good things. There's a lot of people that came over from your show, Jeff, are now subs. Now I'm 2,300. Hopefully we can get some more. And I'll come on Saturdays. I'm just probably not going to do 5 hours with you on Saturdays. I might come back on. I normally don't do shit on Saturdays. And it was fun. It was fun. But the thing, I didn't realize I was on for 5 hours until I saw it on the thing. But I like that. I'll do it again. But I won't come on, Jeff. I won't go on. Thank you. You just made the thing. I'm not going to come on and take shine off of other people. You got Miss Peggy come in on Saturday. That's Miss Peggy and your show. You get Violator to come in. That's Violator and your show. I don't want to take shine off of anybody that comes in on your show that's your guest. Seriously, because that makes it a special show with those people. But let me know. Let me know on other shows. Or I will come in like maybe at hour 2.5 or 3. Maybe do that. But I'm not going to take shine off of your special guest. because that's just the way I think. But keep me advised. Getting back to being a Black Hole member, again, it is a Raider Nation fan organization doing for you. We, and I say we because I am a Black Hole president here in the Tampa area. The Black Hole is there to take in as an umbrella, bring in all of these clubs together, making the unity, because again, Raider Nation as a whole, you say, I'm a member of Raider Nation, but once you start going to, I'm in this club or that club or another club, and I ain't going to say, usually it's not with the Raider booster clubs. Nay. It's with other Raider clubs. Well, I'm a member of the. Oh, well, I'm a member of the. Oh, really? Well, I'm a member of. And there's infighting there. Seriously, I see it. Because I promote all clubs. I go and see all clubs. The booster clubs and these other clubs. And I love doing it. But the Black Hole is an umbrella organization to bring out the fandom of all these people. And you can be a member of any Raider Booster Club or a member of the Rural Club or the Rural Club or the Rural Club, but you can still be a member of the Black Hole. Because we are taking everybody in so that we get unity there. Unity needs to be there. And we're doing events and we're promoting things in Vegas. So it's going to be a bigger, better deal. There's still the Saturday night events over at Eye Candy. There's still the events where I think it's a Modelo event at the Carnival Court. I want to make sure. I'm not quite sure on the sponsor events there, but it's Black Hole Carnival Court. That's on Saturday. But we're bringing in things for Friday night. I think Friday on Fremont. Don't quote me, but the Friday Fremont shows. And there's going to be a Black Hole store on Fremont, in Fremont. And I believe it's the Golden Nugget. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But the Golden Nugget, I believe, is going to be the face of the Black Hole store in Fremont. There's going to be events on Fremont Live. There's going to be that. And we're going to continue to do the victory marches on Sunday across the bridge. And I'll have my scooter or my power chair out there. Seriously. I'll have that. It'll be great. And then the after game slice of Vegas prizes come out, have some pizza and some Mexican food at Slice of Vegas. I'll be there. Black Hole will sponsor that too. So please get your membership to the Black Hole. I'm going to have a QR code soon and I'm going to put it up. So get your membership to the Black Hole. And I bid you guys adieu. We've been on for 2 hours and going to be 45 by the time I get out. So thank you. We will see you, Thursday. And I'll be at the Flyers game tomorrow with my boy, Philly Sports Guy. So take care of yourselves. It's baseball season. It's March Madness. And we'll be talking about that. Because I think Thursday's the first night I think play-ins are on Tuesday and Wednesday, I think. So the first night of March Madness will be Thursday. So for all you people that like to watch shit on CBS, you ain't doing shit for the next 2 weeks. At least Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you ain't watching shit. But y'all take care. And thank you for coming in. Remember, I don't even promote this a lot, but go to Smack Apparel. You can get your sports shirts. Talk Smack, get 10% off using the code Captain Jack. I don't promote that as much as I should, but there you go. Smack Apparel, Black Hole, Northeast Streaming Sports has got sponsors, which I need to talk about. Maybe I'll talk to Jamie about that. But we'll see you Thursday for sure. And if there's things that we need to talk about, I know that New England Raider Booster channel, and I know that Chris for Raiders, they'll have it. They'll have that information. I'd go there before I would go to a couple people I wouldn't even talk about. I go see them. New England Raider Booster channel and Chris for Raiders. And the Cage Match is going to have information when that drops. They're on Wednesdays. And remember, the Wild Wild West is still here on my channel as well. Jack Kenna doing a fine job talking about the Raiders in the AFC West. So no, you got it. No worries on that. Go see these channels, right? Keep our group going together, man, and you'll enjoy it. So I take care. I'll see you guys as needed. Check out the channels I said to. And remember, Rafa has his channel too. He puts out good information. So we'll see you, and we'll see you Thursday for sure. Take care, everybody.